And you had background obviously in acting, but have you done like any kind of stand-up or things like where you were more yourself? Was it hard to be that personal? Had you done that before?
I have a little bit of improv, but
I don't have.
Even then, you're kind of still acting, so
Yeah, I don't have much. I have essentially no improv or stand-up comedy experience, but I find that the way that we write is that we use it. All of our writing comes from kind of a personal place. So that's one of the challenges with our future shows that we don't have with XOXO is like, geez, we have to create different characters now. XOXO, even though we're playing different characters in different scenes, essentially they're still us, which is something we want to keep as we go further, but it's not as difficult to. It's essentially being ourselves, I think.
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like when we were in school before we started running this thing, I think whatever you do the most, at least for me, the more comfortable I feel. So if I'm like, oh, I'm doing period stuff, yes, that's the type of actor that I am. But I haven't been now I've been doing this like weird hyper version of Franny, and so now I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I can do. How did I do that thing again? Like it's kind of a funny back and forth.
It's great that you can incorporate the you'll hear a little bit in a second. You'll do performance, but you incorporate like the Shakespeare like period piece. Like you can recite these Shakespearean lines so well. It's like you can tell like the training that you've had and stuff.
Okay. Well,
you're not just doing it, just saying it. But
that's nice to hear. And actually, that's sort of how I guess a cute little story would be how our name came up, which was in that project that we were talking about earlier. We had a little section that ended up going into the show too. That was our two. We're both assigned earlier in the year to learn 2 Juliet monologues for one of our voice classes, and so when we were creating our performance mask, this project, we were like, oh, we should put our 2 monologues together and just see what happens. And it turned into like this crazy Juliet dynamic of like different emotions, and
it was almost a face off, but not quite a fight, and it turned into something a lot cooler than we thought it would be, actually.
And so I know it was one of my favorite parts of our piece, and Franny's too, I think, and that's sort of, we became 2 Juliets because we were 2 Juliets at one point. So that's sort of how the name came up.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, so did you want to are you ready to do a little bit, or I could do some music first, or can launch right into a little scene?
What do you think?
We can do it.
You want to go for it?
Yeah.
Okay. We haven't done this since October.
This is a little clip from XOXO, the relationship show. You can see them again December 4th at Yuk Yuk, so take it away.
When I awoke, the sun did shine, and I saw your display pic was not mine. In fact, I was not there at all. And now on you this curse doth fall. From every corner of the land, from brook and stream and ocean too, I call upon those chicks you've banged, and everyone you've wooed. And in their eyes I see their truths, that you've betrayed them too. And with my sisters gathered near, this curse will soon be very clear. You wretch, you cad, you mindless coward, you silly strumpet, you snake among men, you slime, you scum, you dirty, dirty bum. Do I defriend, or block, or hide? Turn off chat and appear offline? Would you even miss me? You who behaved so monstrously. A taste of your own medicine is key. I now concoct a new selfie with lip of duck and heaving breast, She's so hot, you'll soon protest. And when the next full moon doth rise, you text a smile saying hi, hoping I'll blush and gently sigh. But just as I would with a pestering fly, I will but blink and not reply.
Two Juliets right there, Meghan and Franny. And that's a taste of what you can get from XOXO with the relationship show. That was awesome.
Thank you.
And I was going to say, too, that like people might have the impression that it's just for women, but obviously you were writing for that experience, but I think everyone can enjoy this.
Yeah.
It's relatable to everyone.
We have heard that.
Yeah, a lot. Everybody, like all ages, all genders, everybody comes up to us and tells that like it is one of the reviews we've gotten is that it's not just a show for women; it's really a show for everybody over the age of 15.
Yeah, we should say that. But yeah, a lot of men have really. Sometimes you can tell at the start of the show who's there as someone's boyfriend that's been kind of dragged along, and within the first 10 minutes they are dying. And you're like, we got you. And we also make a point of being really inclusive of all sexualities. I identify as bisexual, and there's definitely stories that are reflective of all experiences with anyone can relate to something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So we'll remind everyone again, December 4th at Yuk Yuk's. And we should mention also Rebecca Perry is your guest. And last time you brought Love with Layla back. That was awesome.
Yeah. So, we're so excited to have Rebecca as our guest. We worked with her we were sister shows at SpringWorks, so we would help promote each other's shows. And she's been doing very well, so we're looking forward to having her on with us.
Yeah, she's got a couple of Fringe shows that have been selling out like crazy. She was invited to film one from the Toronto Fringe because it was like sold out and went crazy. So her stuff she has two shows, Confessions of a Redheaded Coffee Shop Girl and a show called Susie Snowflake Entertains the Troops. And so she's doing highlights from both those shows with us.
Oh, cool. Yeah. And I'll mention too that I'll be giving away a pair of tickets for everyone listening. Stay tuned to I Heard Hamilton Twitter. And we'll give away a pair of tickets. Woo! That'll be fun.
Woo! Yeah. Free tickets.
So thanks so much, guys. Look forward to seeing it again.